And we are live. Hello, everybody. I think I better turn the background music down because YouTube will have a problem with Shine On Your Crazy Diamond. Good tune. Anyway, I am sitting here with bone meal. My wife is over there. And I decided to do a live chat on Halloween. It's not October 31st. It is October. And there's a lot of people that like to celebrate Halloween. The goose. What's a goose? The ghost and the goblins. Yeah, I'm having fun. Come on in, sit down, and chat with me about the paranormal. Do you believe in ghosts? Or do you think it's a bunch of bullshit? I'll sit here and wait. And I think this guy, oh, this is bone meal, by the way. Got a flag stuck in him. That's right. He looks like he wants to go to sleep. Put him over there next to. Got Merlin up there on the couch. So, how are we all doing this evening? I'll just sit here and wait. Actually, watching AI video of a Pink Floyd song, and it's actually kind of cool. But anyway, um, as I said, this is about Halloween, uh, paranormal. I thought I would go with paranormal if anybody's into that kind of crap. What's going on, Omen? Welcome to. How you doing, brother? I'm just sitting here in Cincinnati, Ohio, doing nothing. Was bored. Thought I'd do a live. I was trying to figure out what to do the live about, and paranormal came up because it is October. So, how is the Chicago area doing? Let's see if I can do this. There it is. Nope, didn't show. Really? What the hell? Trying to show. Oh, there it is. Come on in, sit down. Let's bullshit. Got cold summers over. I kind of heard that our weather here in Cincinnati, Ohio, we may not have a bad winter. I hope that's true. Hi, Donnie. How you doing? Um, I don't know. The weather's different, but that's not what I'm here to chat about. I am here to chat about paranormal. Has anybody ever experienced any unusual stuff? Um, Kind of like maybe, I don't know, you're sitting around, you're by yourself, you may hear a sound, you may get a touch, your skin maybe crawls. I'm just saying. I believe in ghosts. I believe in the paranormal. Um, I did ghost hunts in the past. I have. I cannot show the picture here because I'm live. Uh, I'll. I will do a video on my experience. I actually have proof. Um, it is a handprint that was put on my arm while I was taking a shower. I'm in the shower. I get out, dry off, and I see this. There's four, like, but I'll do a video about it. Ghost Lincoln, what's up? Oh, I can, if anybody wants to come up uh, on chat, let's see if I can share the channel. But the whole point of me doing this pop up live is because it is October. Um, we like the Halloween stuff, and I wanted to see who would show up, have a paranormal. Yeah, so I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in this bullshit. It's real. It really is. It's not. This shit is not made up. And Donnie, that's the other thing I wanted to share, or I want to share, um, the haunted places here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Right? See, Ghost Lincoln just put it up there. It really is. I mean, and I've been looking into this stuff for a long time. I'm the the paranormal, the spirits, it's shit that you cannot see. You can see. Some people can. I've experienced it myself. I really have. This is not some. made up BS. It's true. The other thing is, okay, because this live chat is about Halloween, paranormal. This chat also has to do with tarot card reading, the Ouija board, all that stuff. That's what this whole live chat is about. So if you guys have some comments to make about it, share it. And I will share and see the panel invite. I always forget how to do that. I'm not a tech guy. I still didn't do it right. Hang on. Copy and paste. There we go. And paste. So if anybody wants to jump up, there is the StreamYard. I don't know what the fuck they call it. But no, as I said, it's Halloween time. Ghosties. Need some help. Need some help. No, I don't. But anyway, like trick or treating, that goes back to the 1800s. Passing out candy. Anybody ever think about the origins of Halloween? How it first started? The treats that they shared. The first candy they passed out was back in the 1800s. It was a taffy candy. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Did I freeze up and get a 5x5, 10x10? I don't want any candy. Oh lordy. Anyway, um, yeah, I really do have. Who is this guy that just showed up?
Halloween, isn't it? Why not have fun with it?
It is the masked spark.
Yeah,
This spark of illusion.
just a brain fart waiting to happen.
Just a brain fart waiting to happen. So my sound is good on my side, and apparently Ghost Lincoln's sound is good on his side because it sounded like he farted.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Welcome, Ghost, and thank you for coming up on the panel. Uh, like I've said in the past, it helps uh, actually chatting with somebody instead of me sitting here chatting by myself.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, let's get rid of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
really, I love that voice thing. That's cool as fuck.
It's fun. I don't know.
If I had that voice box, I'd be fucking with it too. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if the sound effects come across, but they're fun too.
No, that voice box works good. I like it. That's cool. KP, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Welcome everybody. Hey, okay. So we got people coming in now, and as I said, this is a paranormal chat. Do you believe in ghosts? It's Halloween time. We are in October. Do you walk through cemeteries with the mist going on? Understand what I'm saying. It's all good.
Camping them.
You got to put that visual in there. I have walked through graveyards.
I've slept in them. Ain't bad.
You know,
Dead silence. It's peaceful.
my wife does not. Okay. All right, come on, ghost, change that. No, we walk through graveyards, and if you're sensitive, you can feel the energy.
Yeah, you can. You can. But most people will kind of
put that off as a I don't know, piece of bad food or a shit dinner or something like that. They don't actually put that to what it is. And many religions all know if you walk in a graveyard, you're not feeling nothing, whatever.
No, but it's I are are there certain people that they're more vulnerable to the spirit world?
Well, there's kind of an interesting way to look at this, right? Like with all the stuff that's going on in the sun, the coronal mass ejections, the electromagnetic field hits, and everything that's going on. You get some people that get angry, happy. The electromagnetic field affects people. Not all people, but a good percentage of people. And the sad part is it can also affect their heart, which is bad. But it's kind of the same concept. A spiritual entity affects the electromagnetic field in the area. So if that person is susceptible to the sun throwing her temper tantrum, then they're going to be affected by that. Because it's a disruption. It's not a disruption. Jesus Christ. A disruption in that electromagnetic field in which we live in, which our bodies create and everything else. And that's why when you walk by people and you get that, what the fuck type feeling,
Right.
is that
You
person's
can
field is
you
different than
can
yours.
right. You can pick up energy when you walk past a person. Vibe. That
Mm-hmm.
is the vibe.
Yeah.
That's the word that people don't use energy. It's the word. It's a
The
vibe.
vibe.
I
Oh,
got
he's
the
vibrating
vibe.
me. But
You know what I mean.
yeah, it's
And
the same way. Like you work in a factory, right?
right.
When you walk past that big ass breaker box, it's probably a 480-volt breaker system, three phase. You walk past it, you feel the energy.
Right. I've
It's kind
got
of the same
one.
thing.
Right, exactly. But I want to go back to Don E asked me a question. She said, Wolf, do you do the Feast of the Dead on Shaman? Or Salmon? No. What'd you say, Tracy?
Sam Hain.
Yeah, Sam Hain. No,
No.
I don't. Yeah, my wife is, she's sitting here, but not in view.
Hey, there's Wisconsin Farm Boy. Good evening.
What's going on, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
How's Wisconsin Farm Boy doing?
Feast of the Dead. An interesting concept.
Yeah, but no, all right, I'm a pagan. We, my wife and I had a pagan wedding. We're pagan. We believe, we follow the pagan ways. All right,
Hmm.
let's get that out of the way. We believe in Mother Earth and Father Sky. All right. And that goes along with, I do believe in the spirits. We are nothing but energy. So you go to these haunted places that are called haunted, and that's the their energy is left, especially if something bad happens. Um, there's a place, Gettysburg, uh, the fucking Civil War. Those soldiers, they still walk around. I mean, you can look this stuff up. I've seen it myself.
Because they're trapped.
I've seen this stuff myself. Like I said, I'm gonna do a recording because I can't share photos on this format with Yardstream. Uh, but I actually have a handprint, and it is on my arm. And this handprint was after I got out of the shower. Something, and don't make it perverted, but something touched my. No,
It touched him in the no-no square.
don't put your mouth on it.
Where's them popsicles? What the hell? Hey, Faith.
No, but seriously, I have a handprint on my arm. I had got out of the shower and I'm drying off, and I look at my arm, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And this was um, 15 years ago, and I got out. I went and I told my wife. I said, "Take a picture of this," and she took a picture of it. But I mean, I have small hands, but this handprint was huge on my arm. But I was telling my wife, I said, with me doing my videos, I want to kind of change it up. And with it being October, we're into the Halloween stuff. And it's like, you know what? The next video that I plan on setting up is going to be paranormal, like our chat tonight. So I'm kind of hoping I know this chat's late, but I'm I want to hear more more people, put their opinion on whether they believe in the afterlife, the spirits. I mean, because you see all this shit on YouTube if you look it up. Um, have you experienced it yourself? And if you have, I would really love to hear about it. Faith, what's going on? Faith Virgo.
Most people are not comfortable with talking about the paranormal. Could be their upbringing, could be it just freaks them out. I don't know.
I think it's both.
Could be.
I
I remember
I think
as a
it's
child.
dude, when I was a kid in our house, my my dad passed away in the bathroom. Uh my bedroom was upstairs, and I shit you not. Uh there was one night I sat up and I saw a male figure in the hallway, and I and this is back when I was like 13, 14 years old. See, even Faith says it. That's a creepy voice. Faith, I'm with you.
Everybody.
Here's my thing, though. I enjoy talking about this subject. I really do. There's going to be a lot of people that kind of throw it off. No, this is, but no. I've experienced it, and I know there's a lot of other people out there that have too. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Oh, you're nuts. No, I'm not nuts. I know what I know. Donnie, share. Donnie said, I have way too many stories.
I think my mic died. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, I remember when I was about 10 years old, I had this horrendous nightmare. And my sister shared the nightmare, which was very strange. But I remember waking up and I had like 3 of these claw marks down my chest. And those stayed there for, that was a good 6 years after that. There was like 3 stripes down my chest. My sister had 2 bruises. One was on her neck and one was in the small of her back. Like somebody walked up and went like this to her. We never could figure it out. But it's something we never forgot. Was it spiritual? Was it deep? Who knows? But I remember the pain, and that took 6 years to go away.
Yeah. It's crazy though. Um, uh, like I said, the
Hmm.
this whole chat is about paranormal, ghost hunting. Have you? Okay, here's a question: Have you or anybody in the chat actually went and look and did some ghost hunting? Okay, I know a haunted place over here. I'm gonna go check it out and see what happens.
Go for it.
Go right. I have. There's a couple places here. As a matter of fact, the old campsite we used to go to, I would walk around at night with my camera. And this is after, I'm talking like 2 o'clock in the morning, and just walk around in this wooded area with a river next to it and just take pictures. I would just, take pictures, and the next morning I would go through the pictures I took, and some of the orbs that would show up were like, wow. And it's usually when if nobody knows what an orb is, it's the circle. Some people say it's dust, but you can tell the difference.
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm babbling.
No, I've seen the orbs. Those are neat. I've seen things move. I've watched as things moved when there's nothing there. And yet you look over and it's like, who the fuck are you? Did you bring tacos? No, get the fuck out. And you watch as
Right.
they leave and it's like, ooh, okay. And
Yeah.
that's the other thing too is like in the spiritual type nature of stuff, the more you talk about it, the more you become open to it. So, and they always said,
Well, and I get what you're saying on that part.
it's an
Um,
acceptance. That's why. Because most people are raised, ghosts don't exist, spirits don't exist. Depending on religion, you have, devils and angels and demons and everything else. So I don't knock any of that. But the thing is like, how do you word it? When people in certain religions start talking more about demons and demons and demons and demons, they're going to see and feel more demons. If they talk, all I see is angels. All I understand is angels. Angels are the only thing around me. They're going to see angels. So if you're more open to the spiritual side of things and you're like, I believe in ghosts, I believe in spirits, I believe in energy that nobody can see, you're going to be more susceptible to it because you've opened your mind to it. While others
right.
are like, I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, dude, did you not see that vase fly across the room? And they're like, gravity.
How
It
many
went this
times?
way.
How many times have you been? Uh, let's say you're in your workshop and you're doing your thing, and for some reason something goes past this way, and you think somebody's walking by. It makes you turn your head and look because you thought somebody was some type of shadow.
That happens more often than not, technically.
That's right. That's my point.
And it
And
worries
so
me because,
I'm also asking the chat. I mean, you can be sitting at home. You can be
mhm,
sitting in your living room watching TV, but for some reason something catches your eye, and you think, "Oh fuck! I thought I saw somebody walk." You saw a shadow person.
yeah. And the other thing,
That's all. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
that's the kind of funny thing with like spiritualism and things of that nature, because some people will play that off as a imprint, like a time imprint, where
Right.
you know somebody owned this house or this apartment before I moved in, and they were in that situation, that point in time. They were exuding enough energy to make an imprint in time that travels. And sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't.
Right. Well, they say that the imprint, the energy is left behind.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's where your haunted houses come into play. Um,
Oh, man's exactly
especially,
right.
especially when it's a physical, like a death or something.
Actually, the omen. Yeah. Yeah. A powerful change can cause that. A painful death or whatever can cause a pinning of the energy to a certain area. And most people think, well, that's bullshit. That can't happen. All right. Well, take a black wire of 120, take a white wire of 120, hot and common, touch it to something. That energy burns a point that will never go away. It's going to be there. It's the same concept. But
Right.
it does take a lot of energy to leave that mark or that imprint. And that could be, that could be many things to cause it.
Yeah. But I just find it fascinating. Because like I said, I have my own personal experience with paranormal. Um, I've 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 actually asked for ghosts to show up. This was years ago.
Well, ghosts aren't.
I'm asking, talk to me, show me something.
Ghosts are not at the mortal's beck and call. You just can't be like
I'm using the word ghost,
spirits. Either way,
spirits. I'm
look at.
just using that word. Don't you know?
No, I'm not knocking it. You're right, but you look at people that. Like I said, I'm not knocking anybody. They pray day after day after day after day after day for a spirit, God, to show himself unto them to make things happen. Okay. He does, or she, well, we'll just say that individual being doesn't necessarily physically show themselves to the person, but they can give that person wisdom, strength, things of that nature to achieve their goals. Like you pray for sick people. When tons of people pray for a sick person or hurt people or whatever, those prayers go to that person. It's kind of the same thing of, well, not a Ouija board. Stay the fuck away from those. No, just don't. But if you sit there and you shut your lights off in a dark room, or you got candles lit or incense, whatever floats your boat. I know pagan religion's different of their things on that. But you sit there and you say, I know there's a spirit in this room. Come to me. Talk to me. There's a problem with that because you don't know that spirit. That spirit could be the most kindest spirit in the world that got stuck, and you're feeling that spirit. Or it's a kind spirit passing by, just walks through your apartment and goes, I smell tacos, and leaves. But on that same note, you could have the most malevolent, evil spirit passing through or right there. Asking that spirit to come onto you and communicate, if you're not ready, you could be literally walking into a shitstorm you're not going to be able to handle. Most of the time, though, spirits are just going to sit there and go, no, no, I'm not. This ain't happening. I'm glad you want to talk to me, but I'm just not in the mood. Fuck off, And that's the problem with like a Ouija board, is the Ouija board actually grabs them.
Do not, like you said, don't.
No.
Even if you think you are a experienced ghost hunter, whatever, don't mess with a Ouija board. I did back in the past. There's too many tricksters. You can do a Ouija board and be innocent about it, curiosity, whatever. But you, is okay. You can do it by yourself, but that's not a good thing. Even if you do it with friends, the more energy that's uh, placed upon the board, you may bring something through.
You have a high chance of awakening something around you too.
So, I mean, I played with the Ouija board one time back in the day. No more. We do have a
Voice changer, Faith. Been playing with it.
we do have tarot cards. My wife has a deck of tarot cards that were handed down to her from your grandma, was it?
Yeah, my dad's side.
Yeah, from her dad's side. Her grandma handed down a deck of tarot cards. My wife does readings.
No.
She hasn't did them in a while, but it's really interesting. I find the whole paranormal. It's to me, it's interesting. Other people freak out, say no, don't don't do this, don't do that. Uh,
The the paranormal is like the the back room of life when you think about it. You have our side, the living, breathing, and you have the dead side. It's one part split into two, but connected. Some have their what's that? What was it? My neighbor always called them feelers, right? That are over here on the side of the dead, and they can feel this. They don't understand it, but they can feel it. So their
right.
mind does what it wants with it. You know, it's like the Ouija board. The Ouija board is technically a demonic gateway created to be a game, but it's a gateway. If you're going to use one, don't touch it. Don't put your hands on it. Do not come in physical contact with it. Do not let anyone come in physical contact with it. Literally use a stick to move the pointer, set it there, ask it a question, and walk away.
I won't even do that.
I have done
I
that. I have done that. And I
well,
asked a
like I
simple
said,
question.
back
I
in the
didn't
day, when I messed with it, different story. But I will not touch it today.
Oh no, 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 no. Back in the day we found an old wormwood Ouija board with wormwood pointer. And it was literally sat on a table. We were clearing out an old house. This thing had like dust on it. This thing had not been moved in God knows how long. And we were cleaning out the house, and I looked at everybody. I was like, "Watch this!" And we kind of blew the dust off. Not enough to move anything, just moved the dust off because we had to clean this floor, this floor, this floor, and then we come back to the base floor. And I asked the Ouija board, "Should we be here?" That's all I asked it. We all left, shut the lights off, went up and did the work the rest of the day. Come back the next day, walked down the basement, and the pointer was on no. We
Wow.
literally left that job. We literally called the person up, said, "You have to get someone in here. You need to figure out what's going on. We don't need to be here," and we left.
Ah, that's true.
I don't know what happened in that house. I never looked up the history. I didn't even bother with it. It's like, no.
Well, see, and that's the other thing. Um, I know there's a lot of history in Ohio with haunted places. So I'm trying to find uh, something. I'm trying to change up my spam report for October. Instead of doing the news, I want to do some Halloween stuff.
Yeah, there is a lot of haunted places in Ohio.
There
Kind of
is,
ironic. The state that doesn't exist has the most is one of the states that has the most haunted places.
There is a lot of haunted places all over though, and that's what's cool. Um, I like I said, I like graveyards. I will walk through a graveyard. Um, and I pick up energy. My wife, she won't do a graveyard.
Graveyards never bothered me. But my sister's the same way. Graveyards don't bother us. Now, we will not walk over a grave, no matter what. We will not walk over a grave. We will jump. We will tuck and roll. We will not walk over a grave out of respect.
Right,
But
right,
we've always, never had a problem with. I mean, we grew up by one. It wasn't a problem for us. But we always had this same old saying: is if you see us running out of a graveyard, anyone with us, you better fucking be faster than us.
yeah. My wife just said graveyards are too noisy for her. That's why
Oh, I can believe that. Yeah.
that's why she doesn't like them.
Yeah, it's like walking into a busy bus station. It's
Right,
it's
right.
busy. It's very busy.
My wife's is sensitive. She knows what's going on.
Like I said, we grew up close to one, so me and my sister kind of toned that out. We don't hear it when we're there. Now, if we want to hear it, we can, but it's like literally you walk into a bus station, you can't
Right,
pinpoint or get a generalized voice out of it. It's just mumbling, and it's
right,
annoying.
right,
So we learned to tone it out because literally, I mean, what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from it, we were there. We could be there.
right.
That's actually where my father's buried now.
But that's and that's the other thing. It's some of us are sensitive to feeling this, and others aren't. And I think we talked about this too.
Yeah.
It's that grounding thing. Like me being sensitive with thunderstorms. When a storm comes in, I get electrified. I
Yeah,
know
your
that
energy increases.
I know that's a weird way of saying it, but I do. When a storm's coming around, I'm so I get charged up.
Well, it's
Um,
because the storm raises the electromagnetic field in you, well, along with everything around you, but it raises it in you. And and the funny thing is if you look at some of the generations now, they don't have that same connection. Why do they not have that same connection? Was it the food they ate? Was it the way they were raised or brought up? Who knows? Or was it a chemical change in their body that made them less susceptible to it? It's
I don't
really
know,
hard to say.
but I've always been this way. Um, I think it all started back hell when I was a teenager. I don't know. I just know my connection with paranormal. It's not false, people. It's true. Don't let it scare you. That may be the other thing. People freak out about it. Oh no, don't do this, don't do that. But the shit's real.
Fear is a great motivator in the human mind, literally. That
It's
and being raised that, and I've seen this, actually, I worked with some people. They were raised to basically shun everything that isn't what we are now. You know, what is.
Right.
And they're raised that way. And when you're a child, that is the best time to you learn, you connect, you know, with I think I saw a ghost, you know, and your mom and dad just looks at you and goes, okay. They don't shun you, yell at you, or throw you in the corner because you mentioned it. They just look at you and go, okay. So from that point, you grow and connect into that part because, you know, I mean, you don't walk up to your parents and go, oh, the boogeyman just took my tacos. You know, you don't do that because you know your dad and your mom's going to look at you and be like, but
But how
you,
many? I mean, and I'm gonna talking to people in chat. It's like when you were a kid, how many times did you see something in your room or just see something that didn't fit right in your head? It's like what the fuck I just see?
damn.
What did I just see? And I've
Yeah. And,
I've seen it more and more.
mm. And that was the other thing too, is normally those instances are caught like they're here, your peripheral vision.
Right, right,
And then you're like, what the fuck? And you don't see it. But as soon as you look back and focus on what you're doing, it's right there again. And they always
but
said that your peripheral vision is directly connected with your subconscious. And that's where everything comes from in the, I don't know, spiritual, unnatural, whatever you want to call it, world is your subconscious. Your subconscious has to have that connection with that other side of the fence. And that's where your peripheral vision catches it because your peripheral vision is basically your subconscious's vision. Like when I'm focusing on the phone, my brain's going doodly doodly doo, and yet out the corner of my eyes, if something moves, it takes a second, but then my mind's like, oh wait, what the? But it's
right,
too late.
right. No, I see it at work. I don't know what the hell's going on at work. I'm doing my job, and like you said, peripheral vision. How to,
Yeah, it's like,
it's like I thought I saw somebody walk past me. I look, and there's nobody there. This is at work. Now home, here at home, my wife and I have experienced many different. Uh, we've went through smells. We've went through visual, like somebody walking in the hallway.
smells are
I'm
the
just
worst. Some of
saying,
them, it's like, what
this
the
stuff.
fuck?
It's not fake.
No, it's not.
It's not fake.
But
And
most of society doesn't understand and accept that fact because they've been pre-programmed to not receive the disc. I'll say it that way, right?
okay,
If it ain't, it's like your phone, that little SIM card. If it's not formatted right, your phone's like, nope, no, 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 I'm not doing it. And it's kind of the same concept. Is people are being raised to not accept anything else other than what is now. What is this?
right,
But this isn't all that is this. You know, everything has multiple parts. Literally. I mean, anyone that's ever put a piece of furniture together knows it's not just one goddamn piece. It's a shit ton, and you got to figure out what to do with them. Unless you read the instruction, and then you're just cheating because it's more fun the other way. But
right.
it's kind of
Anybody
life.
else that wants to jump up on the panel? I just shared the shared the link.
But
Anyway,
life is.
I'm listening, Ghost.
But life's kind of the same way, right? Like you and your wife, you're two separate parts, but you came together to make one. It's the same thing. Life and
Right,
death. you can't have one without the other, and you can't have the other without the other. So
That's
it's all
that's
one part of the whole picture.
that's called yin and yang.
Yeah. But the sad thing is there's sometimes a situation, a happenstance, a clusterfuck that tethers a spirit to a spot or locks that spirit here instead of letting that spirit go there, wherever it may go, whatever you believe. There's something that happens that locks it in and grabs it like a snare, and it can't go until whatever locked it has been satisfied. Like some of your tormented spirits, they were killed. They're stuck reliving this constant cycle, and they will never be free until what actually happened is fully brought to the light so that spirit can go where it needs to go.
Right.
And that happens with animals too. I mean, think about it. How many animals are road killed every day? Do they not have a spirit?
Of course they do. In my
how many?
eyes, they do.
Well, here's the funny thing: when you're driving at night and you see something run across the road, and you stop and you look, but there's nothing there. That was probably some animal that pulled a dumbass and got smashed. Especially deer, deer and goddamn squirrels.
Yeah, my wife hit a squirrel. She felt so bad.
Dude,
I've never hit a deer yet.
I don't get squirrels. What the fuck? You run across the road and you stop. Ooh, car. And then you do this fucking like Bernie Kosar bullshit in the fucking road and you get hit. Just don't run across the fucking road. I mean, deer, I get. Deer got mass. They're hauling ass. But squirrels, you watch the car coming down the road. Then you run out in front of it and do this.
Right.
Pass me the ball bullshit and you get flattened. You really. And we got the big fucking red squirrels too. I mean, they'll throw you up in your seats. What the hell did I hit?
If I see one in the road, I usually stop because they do. You're right. The squirrels running across the street.
God, damn, dude.
And you got the headlights. They stop. I'll stop.
Even during the day. Broad daylight out. And they're out there doing this fucking 50-yard line shuffle bullshit. Like, get on the road. Pigeons.
I will not hit or run over an animal if I can help it. Now, if I'm on the highway and a deer runs out there, that's a different story.
Well, that's why Ohio is known for exploding deer.
Right.
I've seen a Peterbilt smear them things across 4 lanes of traffic. It's like, oh God.
Well, my trek to go to work, I've seen quite a few deer. So, but and deer meat's good, people. Eat some deer. Damn, we got off topic. We're supposed to be talking about ghost stuff.
No, I mean, we kind of are.
I know.
But it's to be quite frank, is they always tell you that the biggest thing to worry about, right, is what you don't see. Wow, that's kind of like something going on currently in the world. Oh, wait. Yeah. And like the people that kind of have that ink, that, they got a feeler in it. We'll just say just the people with the minorest thing, they walk in a room and the hair on the back of their neck kind of tingles and they're like, ooh, okay, this is weird. And that's the lowest level of it. Literally. That's your natural sixth sense kicking in, going, something's wrong or something's here. It's not always a life or death thing. It's just, ooh, okay, something's up. All right.
Right.
But as everything that's going with whatever everything is going on, this is being removed from people. People don't have that sixth sense anymore. People don't have that connectivity to the beautiful blue planet that feeds, clothes, protects our ass. Nobody still has that connection. They're more worried about, oh, what happened on TwitTwalk or Instafuck or FaceTurd, whatever the fuck. They're losing that connection to the actual world.
Right.
And
100%, I believe you on that. And you're absolutely everybody, as you said, and it's my fault too, on their phone looking down, but I have, I guess, an advantage because I'm older and I believe the shit that's going on.
well, see, there's the neat thing about it, right? Like, you're older, I'm older. We're coming into that. So we've already learned back here. We've already experienced here. Now we're experiencing here. But see, the new generations growing up are just experiencing here. They don't have any of this. They're literally from here to here now. So they don't gain that knowledge and experience. And then when you try to talk to your nephews, your nieces, your grandbabies, your children about what happened, they're just like, you're fucking nuts. Give me my phone and some Cheetos.
Right. Right.
They don't have that same connectivity. They've lost that connectivity. That connectivity to what is everything. And, my mom always told me, she was very spiritual. And she always said that the day humanity forgets is the day humanity will be reminded.
Oh, I like that. Yep.
And that can kind of go with anything to everything, right? Like, you forget who you are. One day you're going to be reminded. You forget whatever's going on in the world. You just playing the Tetris. Eventually you're going to be reminded why you can do this all fucking day long, or why you can get your nip, tuck, flip, invert, and all that bullshit. One day you're going to be reminded, and you're going to have to accept the fact that you don't have to pay attention, but you either understood the work, or you just didn't fucking pay attention. And now it's coming back to bite you in the ass. And now it's too late. You can't fix it. You can't remedy it. You can't learn. It's like you get the instructions. We'll just say, for shits and giggles, a bookshelf. Okay. You have the instructions to put this bookshelf together. And, you put the stuff all together and you hammer those little nails and the cardboard on the back of the bookshelf. And you realize all of a sudden, one of your shelves is like this, And then what do? You go over there and you look at the instructions and realize you fucked up. What do? You either have to completely tear that bookshelf apart because you put A and B in their right spots, but you put B on upside down. And what I'm seeing, like where I work and live, is the people don't have that mindset. I mean, we get emergency calls because their light bulb flickered. Shut it off. What's going to explode?
Maybe
it's a fucking LED.
Maybe it's a ghost doing it.
No, it's just LED light bulbs. They make them so cheap and quick, you're going to get that.
I'm being a smart ass.
Well, I mean, it's a good point, though, but it's like, and I'm talking 20, 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
They don't have that mindset.
Right.
They want everything given to them and handed to them. Not all. No, I'm not saying all of them. I'm just, as a point, is they don't understand the fact that, I turned the light on and the light bulb flickered. Oh, I could be losing a bulb. Okay. Maybe I need a new light fixture. Okay. Or maybe there's a storm. Okay. No, oh my God, the bulb's going to blow up and I'm going to die, or whatever the fuck they're self-inflicted
I don't get it either.
PTSD emotional shit does. And that goes with the spiritual side is no one teaches it anymore. No one expresses it anymore because it's slowly disappearing with the generations as the generations age. Because the newer generations, they don't have time. They don't care. I mean, shit, they don't go outside. I don't know. Maybe it's all an optical delusion brought on by the construct of life. How's that sound? Rest well, Tuck. Yeah. Gooberment is definitely a whole new definition of evil. Definitely.
I'm back. I'm back. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Anyway, back to paranormal. Talk about some ghosts. Have you ever gone on a ghost hunt?
Yeah. And I'll never do it again.
Okay. I don't know. I will.
It was not a good one.
Well, no, right. Um,
Mm-mm.
mess around with paranormal, doing that kind of stuff. You can do all the blessings, all the hey, don't I'm not here to harm. But there are some evil. There's evil shit out there. Period.
There's evil shit everywhere you look.
I'm not just talking humans.
I'm not either. It can be anywhere. Lurking anywhere.
So, but okay. Let me go through the chat here to see if anybody's chiming in. When put it in your head. Let me see what Michigan saying.
Block the faith. Yeah. Faith is a strong tool for many people.
Oh, faith is. Faith is. Devil Dog, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Devil Dog.
But
We only have one father and one brother. Interesting.
as I said, it's I'm asking people to share if they've had ghost paranormal experiences. I know some people are going to say I don't believe this, that, the other. I get that, and that's okay. And that's okay. The I'm going to stay away from that. I am going to stay away from the Bible. This
Yeah.
is not what I'm talking about.
Nope.
I am talking about experience, actual uh, experiencing paranormal. I know it's crazy. But it's real because I do believe our when when you die, you're still here. Your energy is still here. Your family knows.
Yeah.
My TV just shut off, and I did. Oh,
That's the other thing too, is when you start talking about it and bringing it up, it tends to bring it out of the woodwork, so to speak.
yes, yes. No, I know what
And
you're saying. It's like, okay, you're acknowledging that
Mhm.
you know that
Yep.
this energy is around. Dude, I'm telling you, we have stuff here in our apartment. Um, my wife and I have experienced, like I said, we've been here 20 plus years living in this apartment, and we have experienced some stuff.
Hmm.
I just I find it fascinating. That's why I want to share this.
Yellow orbs. Huh. Interesting. That's one you don't see very often.
Not yellow, no.
Mm-mm.
But like I said,
Wish I could remember the
private
colors.
the private camp place that we went to back in the day, I would walk through the woods and just take my camera and just, take pictures. The orbs is another. Uh, okay,
You ever
you
walked
have a
around the
lot.
woods with an
No,
iPhone?
no, I had a camera. I didn't have a cell phone back
I'm just
then.
I'm just talking. You know how the iPhone pictures of Sasquatch is always blurry. It's like, well, you should have had a Polaroid. Just saying.
No, no. I was, I
Yeah, the
was,
old
I was
that was the
seriously looking for something in the woods at night. I was walking around through the woods with my camera. I didn't have a cell phone, and
yeah
I was
that's
just
the old cameras that actually had the negative film, the film that created the negative. That was the best to pick up the energy because that energy imprinted, which is good to see, but I've also heard stories in which taking a picture of that entity imprints that entity into that film because it pulls the negative energy in. I don't know the facts behind that. Never dug into it because I don't take pictures. I'm just like, oh, yeah, nope.
right.
But
But you're the imprint, and
yeah,
you
you're
just said it
imprinting it.
right there. The imprint, the energy, and it's the same with if somebody dies in their house or a murder occurs, and and we're in your house. Okay. Um,
Yeah, you do.
there's
You're good and bad.
also spirits. Okay, if okay, I'll use myself as an example. I'm a working guy. I go to work, I come home, do my thing. Okay, let's say either I pass away at work or pass away on my home going home from work. You're in the middle of doing something, and all of a sudden you die. So then your spirit, your energy, still is looking to finish what you were doing, if that makes any sense.
It's a what do they call it? It's a restless spirit because it wasn't able to finish the task it had started.
Right.
If I die at work, I am haunting the fuck out of this place.
Right.
I just
I've
I'm
said,
gonna be
I've said that too. I've said that
I'm gonna be throwing shit and floating. Yeah, it's game on.
too. Right.
It,
But no,
yeah.
that's what they say. But you have to remember, how much energy do we have in our body? We are energy. So when you pass away, where does that energy go? Does it
Mhm.
stay? Does it go? I don't I don't know. I'm not dead yet. It's not Wednesday.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm.
Hello, Blue. Blue Butterfly. How you
Yeah,
doing?
she snuck in there. There she is.
Yes, she is.
North Michigan at
Welcome,
the orb zapping.
welcome, welcome. I don't know what the hell's going on with on my end, but it says I only have two people in the chat.
Mm, no, I think you got more than that. Blue
But
Butterfly,
on my
Michigan,
end, I see two people. So that means
Donnie.
peace.
I think Devil Dog's still here. I don't know. Then there's Omen. Well, I don't know if Omen's still here either. Or I know Tuck left.
Anyway, welcome to the chat. Count. Omen said, "Count me as one." That's weird.
The haunted chat.
The haunted chat. That's what I should have called it.
There you
I
go.
was telling my wife, I was like, what should I call this off the wall chat? It's like, you know what? Let's go with paranormal. It's just talk about ghosts. And I was like, wait a minute, we can't talk about ghosts because he's going to be on my panel.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I just made that shit up. I don't know.
Interesting how I got that nickname, actually.
I'm just having fun. I just wanted to do a live like I did last time. You know, here I
Yeah.
am live babbling.
Well, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Jesus, I do 3-4 hours of me just.
Well, last time we bullshitted, it was 3 hours.
Yeah, it was. But when it does come to the paranormal, it's here. Like you said, we're. And I know this goes against Buddhist, Christian beliefs, the Judaism, all these different beliefs. I know this goes against it. But at the end of the day, when you think of it, and you break it down to the simplicity that is everything that is simplicity, is we are carbon-based life forms, right? We
Right.
are energy. We eat food to create energy to sustain us. Our world requires energy to make everything in which we need to sustain us. We use energy in a way in which you go to work. You're burning energy to do a job, to finish whatever. You're using energy to do this. You replenish that energy. It's a non-stop cycle. Like they say, you can't create energy and you can't destroy energy. Energy is infinite. Now, a lot of different other things don't believe in reincarnation. Okay, it is what it is. And some believe that when you die, you die. You either go up, you either go down. End of story. Or you get
Right.
stuck in that kind of middle place, right?
Purgatory.
Yeah, but here's a funny thought. is if your life is a living hell on this planet and you pass away, where are you going to go? You've already spent your life in a living hell. You're either going to go to heaven or you're going to go to hell in those beliefs. I don't have that
Right.
belief. I know many different people in many different religions. They've shared me their text, and oh my God, I love reading it. I do love reading it, and I do understand it and accept it, but it's not me. It's not my beliefs. It's not my faith. I bestowed my faith upon the energy that is me. And that sounds real wild. That sounds selfish as fuck. I didn't mean it in that mannerism, but I believe that it took, as I say, God, the Father. Okay. I believe it took Father and Mother Earth to create me, to create this vessel in which the energy travels through. And when I die, my energy is going to go back into the planet to be used for whatever. I could be 50 dandelions in someone's front yard. I don't know, but it never
Right.
goes away. It's just our battery, the casing goes bad and the energy has to be put somewhere else. Is it put into another battery? Maybe, maybe not. Is it put into a bush? Is it put into the grass? Is it put into the sky? Is it sent to him? Is it sent to him? Who knows? I've died clinically once. That was an experience.
Right.
And everybody asks, what did you see? What did you feel? I saw nothing. I felt nothing. All I remember is peace. That was it. Peace. Complete silence. Complete everything. Just peace. That's what I remember from it. That could have been because it wasn't my time to finally go, off I go.
Yeah, because you can look up the stories about that where people actually die and they're dead for what 3, 4, 5 minutes and actually come back to life, and then they have a story to talk about, and it's always the story about going to the light. This
It's
that
always the same thing. Yeah.
right.
I was
So
clinically dead.
um, I don't, you know. Okay, here's a movie, it- an old movie. It's called Flatliner,
I've seen that.
where they're doctors or whatever. They're young students in the medical field, and they actually kill each other to see what the fuck is on the other side. It's called Flatliner.
Yep. I've seen it.
Interesting.
Blue butterfly. How does anyone know? They don't. You're right. They don't. And it's not like they can come back and tell you.
No, they can't. Right. When you're dead, you're dead.
When you're done, you're done. Your energy's gone. It went somewhere else.
Yeah, and I joke about it too. When I pass away, I would like to come back and haunt some certain people.
I got a whole group. But I always saw that too, is if I did, I do finally, the day that it finally comes, do I want to waste my time? I mean, you're dead. In all
Well,
theory,
how you
you
gonna
have,
know if you're wasting time if you're dead?
well, see, that's the thing, is you have an eternity. And wasted time
That's a good song by the Eagles.
isn't time wasted, if that makes sense. But it's like, do I want to spend my eternity haunting these fools when I can transcend my energy elsewhere and whatever the hell else happens is whatever from that point on? No, I don't want to spend my eternity on this planet. What the fuck was that? Anyway, on this planet haunting somebody. They're not worth my time. If they're not worth my time while I'm alive, why would I piss with it now when I'm not alive? But it's different when the person lost their living due to, circumstance, car accident, murders, things of these natures. It kind of grabs a piece of that person and leaves it in that spot, you know, and that's where you get your hauntings from. And grave sites, the big thing is with grave sites is you've got hundreds of non-living individuals in the ground, and most of them probably passed without being ready to pass.
Right.
You
And
know,
and that's it. They're not ready.
no, they're not
And
ready. So now they're stuck.
they're on a they're on a mission. It's like, wait a minute, let me finish. That's I have not completed the task that I want to do, so I'm gonna stick around. I don't mean to be haunting you, but I'm not finished. I'm gonna roam around this house or this field or wherever this spirit may be.
That's the catch with that is they will never be able to achieve that task until for grins and giggles, right? This person died 30 years ago and his task was to, I don't know, just something so minute, but it was enough that they had so much care for this task that it pinned into this world. And they've been stuck here for 30 years haunting the same place, the same spot. And yet an offspring from the person that this person was supposed to do something for happens to walk in this house and be like, you did a great job. This is awesome. That completed that spirit's task. Was the acknowledgement, like he built the house or whatever, and he died before he could finish it. But that never happened. That is so one in God knows how many of a possibility. And then you have the people that, like you said, died in a car wreck or other different means in which they shouldn't have died, but they did. No one will ever know their task, what they were thinking, what they were trying to complete, or if they were just meh, floating through life and they had no cares in the world. But now this individual has ended their life.
Right, right.
They never have that ability to reconnoiter, basically. So they're stuck here.
They're stuck. What's the word? Not,
In limbo.
I guess, purgatory.
No, it would be limbo.
Limbo. That's
Yep.
the word. I was limbo. That's
Basically an infinite loop of the same thing.
right. Limbo. You're not going to hell and you're not
Nope.
going to heaven, but in limbo, you're trying to finish whatever.
But see, the problem with that is some of these spirits, these energies have been stuck in limbo for so long that they're starting to become tainted. They're starting to become hateful or angry. Because even though
Okay.
they're the spirit,
Well,
they still have the sense of the person. It's their
let's
essence.
let's play with this one. Okay,
That's
so
what you said.
don't put your mouth on it.
Nope.
All right. So in limbo, how many spirits are in limbo? And
Teresa.
do they connect with each other when they're in limbo?
No.
You don't think
No.
so? How do you know?
No.
You're not in limbo.
No, because when you think about it, in theory, if I'm just going to throw some names, Poo Poo gets unalive violently, and Wee Poo falls off a building accidentally. They're not going to be in the same state of limbo because their
Okay.
death is different.
But how do you know they don't connect somehow?
because there would be no way for them to connect if they never knew each other. Now, purgatory is one big pit. Everybody just right in there. But in limbo, it's not the same concept. Because this person didn't know this person. How could these two persons exist in the same area if they didn't know each other? Even if these two fell off the same building and died in the same mannerism, they may their energies, their spirits may never ever meet each other because they won't see each other. Because when he fell off the building and died, he didn't fall off the building and die at the same time. So they wasn't holding hands on the way down. Now, if they held hands on the way down, they'd probably be in the same limbo. But theoretically, they would not be unless they did it exactly at the same time. Like, no, I'm not even going to say that one. Not with what's going on in the world today, but a mass event.
I'm just throwing stuff out there.
I mean, it's a good point. But when you think like a mass event, right? All those people.
Okay, let's go with 9/11.
I wasn't going to say it.
Look at the people that literally jumped out of the building.
Those people would be stuck in the same. Those people would be stuck in the same. Now, because they roughly all passed around about the same time frame. But you would have different points. You would have the people that jumped. Go ahead.
Right. But I'm going to say that place is haunted now.
That's why it's a hole in the ground with water in it.
Right.
They will never build on that place again. That place is hollowed ground. It's done.
There's still, those spirits are still there.
Mm-hmm. And you'll have the group that jumped. You'll have the group that burnt in this building. You'll have the group that burnt in this building. You have different limbos.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Like say these, I hate to think it, but say these 10 people, that's one limbo. These X amount of people burn. That's kind of the way it kind of works. Theoretically. So they say. But, I mean, you look at how many people pass, we'll just say in the United States daily. How many of those people actually knew each other?
Right.
So no, they would literally live in their own limbo, which in turn is their own purgatory.
So, all right, listen up, Ghost. I am not going to make this a 3-hour video. But I'm glad you jumped up and chatted with me on this topic. And I appreciate everybody that showed up. But I'm going to let you go and everybody else. I'm going to do some more research on stuff because I want to change my spam report up a little bit with it being Halloween. I'm going to do something different. You know,
don't look up candy corn.
No, it's not going to be candy corn.
Oof, don't go there.
Do remember, people, Halloween, the trick or treat, the very first candy was back in 1800.
Yeah, that licorice shit. Ugh.
But anyway, have a great night, and thanks for showing up and bullshitting with me. Everybody in the chat, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm just doing what I do.
Just having fun.
Exactly.
Gotta have fun.
You guys have a great night, and I'll bullshit with y'all later. And I may put a video out tomorrow. I gotta work on it. Stay safe, and I'll bullshit with y'all later. Night.
Y'all have a good night.